Let's do another mailbag question. I kind of like this question because
you like them all. Have you noticed that?
No, I don't like them all. As many times as I have heard this phrase and it's been explained to me, I still forget what the heck it means. So I think Frank's going to end up with this one. Jennifer wants to know, what are Mello Roos fees, and are they on all Southern California properties?
Isn't that a marshmallow sandwich?
Mello Roos fees is an exotic mushroom from
days past. Now we know about Frank's past.
This is the simplest way to explain it.
Thank God.
When a new community is built, it needs parks, recreations, civic centers, schools, things like that.
Civic centers.
Whatever. It needs, these hubs for working communities, basically. Commerce, basically. And in order to get these things built, a lot of the time they're of course built up front with
developer money,
basically, and grants and what's the word I'm looking for? Bonds and things like that. But in order to pay these bonds off for these for the commerce to service these new communities, there's basically a little bit of a charge for everyone in that community, kind of like an HOA for a common area.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
And you'll see that when you're buying a property and you're giving your NHD report and so forth, and you're giving disclosures, whether there's HOA or Mello Roos, if you're moving into an older neighborhood, 30, 40 years ago, more than likely all those things have been paid off back, and you no longer have to put into the pot as your.
So the Mello Roos goes away after a while?
Yes. It gets paid off. It gets paid off.
It's a set dollar amount, and it will get paid off.
I see this a lot in Orange County.
Yeah, but when you move into a newer housing tract, like let's say Riverside, San Bernardino, when you move into one of these big
brand new ones,
brand new housing tract, and you see all the brand new everything around there,
you're paying for everything.
You're almost paying like a little your little share, your little HOA or Mello Roos, what they call it. For all these common area uses for the community, basically.
Anybody have any idea of where that word comes from?
It's got to be the people who
Google it.
I'll be honest, I have not sat down and said I need to.
It's got to be like the senators who originated this thing.
Okay, you get
it's
service.
It's like what Proposition 13 is the Jarvis-Gann initiative, and that was like the two senators who put it up. Maybe. So Mello Roos must be like Fred Mello
or my
and
favorite Frank
Gertrude Roos,
something like that.
And you'll also
Hatfield,
see
McCoy.
Special assessments and things like that.
What newer communities have a higher Mello Roos, and older communities have a lower Mello Roos.
Usually older communities don't have any because all those things have been paid off over the years. Newer communities usually have the Mello Roos automatically
in the state of California,
because all the parks and the schools and everything else that you're going to go and throw the ball around at, or your children are going to attend, or you're going to use the services of that library or whatever it is, has to come from somewhere, and you're basically asked to put in the pot as a new member of that community.
You should be able to go to the county or the city and see when that's going to be paid off, so when that goes away.
And Scott brought up something, too. Sometimes there are supplementals that will show.
Is there a supplemental Mello Roos?
Tax.
Well, they call them supplementals when you're sometimes you'll see them when you're living near an area where there's a big channel. Well, that channel has to be serviced and taken care of and so forth. So sometimes you'll see something like maybe
the LA River.
Like the LA, where like $2 a month you don't even know you're paying $2 a month to the city for maintenance and things like that, or the county for maintenance of that
homeowners know
channel.
I'm talking to a lot of people who are trying to refund. They're like, they just upped up my taxes and blah 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 blah. And is this going to affect it?
More taxes.
Yeah. And when you check on your property taxes, you usually see those supplementals.
The state elected Jerry Brown, and he says that 59% of all California residents are in favor of higher taxes.
Of course we do.
And I'd love to know where these 59% are, because I took a little survey of 100 people, and it was not 59
they're probably
people.
with those two-thirds of the remaining homeowners in Lakewood that want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. 0.3. No, 3%. 3 out of 100 people said, yeah, I'll pay higher taxes. The other 97 said, Jerry, kiss my you-know-what. So wherever he's getting this 59,
but they're
I
probably
don't
complaining about schools. Not
so that's cool. Now we know what Mello Roos are. They're fees/taxes for the common areas. It's kind of nice.
I would, more like a ruse.
I would kind of call it an HOA in a way.
I like that. Breaking it down to an HOA. And the other side was, are they on all Southern California properties? Yes, for a while, and then they go away once it matures.
Newer communities, usually. Yeah.
Nice.